Hello and welcome to Making Money Work for Regular People. I am your gracious host, and I'd like to thank all my friends for coming out um, to view this channel, whether it's today or a year from now. Today, I'd like to introduce the concept of property taxes. Property taxes are one of the most expensive housing expenses on a monthly basis. And just like, and even though these taxes are, well, at least in Illinois, they're assessed twice a year. Um, Property taxes can really impact your mortgage um, in a manner where your monthly mortgage to pay towards your mortgage company's escrow can be impacted by a few $100s, as much as, well, it could be an unlimited amount. Okay. Um, for instance, you may have noticed that well, you will notice once you become a homeowner. So let's just say, for instance, your property taxes increased by a significant amount, like $1,200 in 1 year. Well, that's the average of $100 a month in increases that you're going to see, at least $100 a month that you should see in your mortgage payment as well. High property taxes, you need to make sure that when you're searching for property and you're searching for a home or you're searching for investment property, that that your property taxes are negligible. That your property taxes are at a level where you can handle that price level. And not only do you have to watch property taxes when you buy the house, but after you buy your property, you really need to keep an eye on your property taxes, whether they go up or down or whatever. Um, and so, um, a lot of people end up losing their homes in some cases due to property taxes creeping up on them every year, where their property taxes and their mortgage, being adjusted by the rate of however much the property taxes increase. Um, they go from paying, and I'm just using, an imaginary example, but like a homeowner can go from paying $1,000 a month to $1,500 a month within the next 5 years. Um, it's not uncommon. In fact, I live in Cook County, which is, I think it's the second or the third highest um, taxing county in the country. And so, for instance, and so I saw really significant tax increases in my first year. Well, after my first year owning owning my home, right? Um, my mortgage went up from I believe it was like 920 something to 1118, and I was shocked. But then I looked at my property taxes, the tax assessments that came in shortly after, and my property taxes went up from $2,500 a year to $4,800. After the reassessment, and I'm like, no way I can afford this. I mean, I could manage the payment, but it's just me and a square job that I was having, and I became really dependent on overtime at that point. Um, so I decided to, contest my tax assessment with my county, and on the first challenge, I got denied. Then I went to the Board of Appeals and received an adjustment. And then right after that, the following year was COVID. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't COVID. The following year, I received an adjustment, but it went from 4,800 down to 4,300. And I'm like, this is ridiculous still. So then I hired an attorney because the second year I missed the deadline to do it myself, and I decided to hire an attorney who who agreed for the next. Basically, we have an arrangement where he's going to do he's going to check my assessments and appeal my assessments for the next 3 years. And then whatever, because I have two properties now. So, and then whatever assessments I'm able to get lowered through my attorney, I had to pay him a certain percentage of the savings, which is fine, But had I allowed that to go on just after the first year's, because my neighbors were getting crushed, and then some of my neighbors were paying lower assessments as well. So I had some neighbors who were getting crushed because they weren't very proactive in monitoring their property taxes and their property tax rates. The only thing they were doing was complaining. Oh, my property tax went up. Well, why don't you appeal it? It only takes 5 minutes. And see, the reason I decided to go with hiring an attorney on this matter versus trying to do it myself all the time is because I'm forgetful, and I want this to be, I consider this to be a very nuisance task that I'd rather, have it out of sight and out of mind, but doesn't necessarily mean that I don't want to take action on my, on any tax increases or anything like that. And it doesn't mean that I don't want to challenge them. And plus I have two properties now that I'm doing the same thing on. So, I don't want to get, stuck, missing a year, and then next thing you know, I get another increase, and this time it's not even manageable. So that's that's how I currently address the issue. Homeowners, you must challenge your property taxes. You must appeal them. If you don't know how to appeal them, get somebody to help you with that task. If you can't afford an attorney right now, and the attorneys aren't, a whole lot of money. In fact, many attorneys who, not most, but many attorneys who whose business and whose service is to appeal property tax amounts, a lot of them don't charge you unless they win an appeal. So if they don't, like on my rental property, um, they weren't able to win an appeal because technically the taxes in that area are already like, you know, pretty low anyway because they're in a city. But he was able to win another reduction on my suburban house, which is this house right here. And I mean, that was a big boost to my bottom line. You know, that saves me a couple $100 every month. And so went down from went down from 4,800 to 4,300 to um, 2,900, and now it's back up to 3,200. You know, because it's the beginning of the year, and we haven't really had a chance to appeal yet. But you know, we'll get our date in court, and we'll try to work this out. Hopefully, I can get it down to the amount that it was when I first bought this house, which is 2,500. I'd be thrilled if that happened, but you know, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure if that's possible yet, but I will definitely be appealing my property taxes every year, and you should too. You should definitely, as a responsible homeowner, you should definitely appeal your property taxes. Um, and like you can even get help a lot of times at at these at the county locations, but your responsibility as a as a responsible homeowner is to appeal the taxes yourself, whether you hire an attorney, whether you get some outside help, or whether you do it yourself for free. Make sure you're appealing your property taxes. Very important.